Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon, of course. Well, I've been talking about the movies, obviously, the TV shows, merchandise, and I don't know, whatever the case may be. If it's related to Disney in any shape or form, then there's a good chance I'll be talking about it. So let's just get to the damn point, shall we? Because there's quite a bit I want to talk about here. So anyway, I thought I would revisit this YouTube channel. This is like the second time I talk about this guy. So again, this is somehow related to Disney because I don't know reasons. And in this case, it's not really negative. Really, there's nothing negative. There's nothing like dark, gloomy, or whatever. Like usually when it comes to these types of videos, this is way, way more in the positive. But even then, you're still in the wrong. Just because this is way, way, way more lighthearted compared to the user gloomy stuff I talk about with the religious posts, folks, that still doesn't mean you're in the right. That still doesn't mean you're right. There's gonna be like 3 videos I want to show here, and this is really short, so this is kind of like a compilation video. So for the first short video, it's about love and helping people out. I don't see how this relates to Frozen somehow, but here we are, I guess. With that being said, let's get into it, shall we?
Whenever there's a failure to love, I could love, I should love, but I fail to correspond to the invitation to love. A certain poison, if you will, sort of obtains in our souls, which ironically...
Could you elaborate on that? Because that's kind of vague, but okay, proceed, I suppose.
further compromises our ability to love, which is not good because we're made to make a gift of ourselves, sharing God's blessed life, God who is love incarnate.
So the only way to love somebody in a relationship, assuming you don't mess it up, is through God. Okay.
See, that's a problem. We're powerless in the face of that particular dynamic.
Okay, that still doesn't explain anything. So how is believing in God going to prevent anything? You are a person, you are a human being. Doesn't matter how big the mistake is, or little mistake, or medium mistake, stupid mistake, or not stupid mistake. It doesn't matter. Whatever mistake is, it's still a mistake. So how is believing God going to prevent that exactly? What?
We need Jesus Christ to save us.
No. That's appealing to traditional logical fallacy and appealing to authority logical fallacy, which of course are logical errors, and that in themselves are mistakes. Just because you were raised like that does not mean it's the correct way. That doesn't make any sense. This is also a conform bias because he's cherry picking. I'm guessing he's referring to the fact that first love kiss or something like that. You know, if Elsa freezes on his heart by mistake, which does happen in the movie, therefore that's the connection. Like Elsa made the mistake by hitting her younger sister on the frozen heart, and to undo the frozen heart, she needs the kiss of of true love or something like that. So he's acting as if that's the connection, which in itself is cherry picking. So therefore, that makes it a conform biased right then and there. So yeah, it just comes off just improper research. This doesn't really make a whole lot of sense when you think about it. There's nothing to indicate Christianity in the film in any shape or form. So what are you talking about exactly? What?
And the way he does it primarily is through the sacraments of the Holy Catholic Church.
I still don't know how this relates back to Frozen, but okay. But through the services of the Catholic Church is somehow the only way to be saved, I guess. Which again, how do you know your version of the Bible is true? The Jehovah's Witnesses will literally say the same exact thing like you just said, and the Jehovah's Witnesses don't even like you Catholic Church people. So yeah, kind of an odd thing to say there, but okay.
Baptism restores us to new life. Confession restores us to right relationship with God. And the Eucharist is food for the journey.
Again, there you go with the traditional logical fallacy. Just because it's your tradition, you automatically assume it's the only proper way to live life. Maybe for you, maybe. May work for you. Okay, I'll give you that. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for literally everyone else. This is basically a red herring, pretty much. You want to really oversimplify it because you act as if somebody disagrees with you, the individual, I guess in this case me, I'm automatically the bad person just for disagreeing with you. It's also an ABC logical fallacy as well, if I'm pronouncing that right, because you act as if to do the right thing, you have to do this, but if I don't do this, it leads to something bad. And acting as if that there was literally no other option, or options, I should say, other than what you were given here in the situation, which again doesn't make any sense whatsoever at all.
The Lord gives us his own body, blood, soul, and divinity.
This is pretty narrow-minded thinking. I mean, that's not a logical fallacy in itself, but it's just very stupid if you ask me. But anyway, moving on.
Let's become the persons he's calling us to be.
Again, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, this sounds kind of repetitive. Anyway, if God really wants to help me or anyone else, why doesn't he just show himself? Like right now. Right now, right now. Literally in this very second as this video is playing. Right now. Right now. Literally right now. And that's the end of that little clip, I guess you can say. So, before we get to the next one, I'm going to say just a few more thoughts here. Okay, if you're saying that God is real, like in the way you say it, why doesn't God appear to like the cancer patients, like something serious like that? And Air Force and I, we've met with cancerous people before in various stages. So why doesn't he visit them, like right now, and just cure them in this very second? It doesn't matter if it's a child or an old man, someone that's middle age, someone an adult, a teenager. It don't matter. It don't matter what the age is. Why doesn't God just appear? Bada bing, bada boom, clear it. God had no issue destroying the world. He had no issue destroying stuff. He had no issue with flooding. He had no issue in burning bushes. So he's perfectly fine with causing destruction. He's perfectly fine with destroying stuff. He's perfectly fine with killing people. And he's perfectly at least he's okay with his followers killing people. And the Spanish Empire, anybody? So having him cure a seemingly incurable disease, well, at the time for now anyway. Right this second. Why doesn't he do it? Like right now. Anyway, moving on from this, and the second clip I want to start here is that this pretty much goes into the ending of the first film. And again, he's cherry picking. Like we said a moment ago, he's cherry picking on what he wants to believe in and what he wants to practice, of course. It's again, like I said earlier, is a conforming bias kind of a thing. And in the first film, if anybody sees it, we all know what happened in the ending. So if you have never seen the film yourself, feel free to leave this second. I mean, unless you don't care or want to watch the video anyway, regardless. Be my guest. But anyway, there is a scene towards the end where Princess Anna sacrifices herself to protect her sister, being, of course, Elsa. Because unbeknownst to her, Elsa, I mean, she was about to get her head decapitated by Prince Charming over here. That's pretty dark. Elsa herself, she's pretty much, she's in an emotional pain. She's crying and whatnot because she thought she had unintentionally murdered her own sister. So she's grieving. So, of course, Prince Charming, Hans out here, of course, took this as an opportunity to take advantage of this situation. So he tries to pretty much decapitate her. Like, okay, I know it got really dark. I know it got really dark. But point being, this individual is attempting to use that moment in that movie as a way to promote his own agenda, which of course, like I said, is a conformist biased kind of a thing, but okay, whatever. That's again another logical fallacy when you think about it.
At the end, there's this life and death situation where all of a sudden Anna sacrifices herself such that Elsa might live, but not before becoming a solid block of ice.
Okay, but that doesn't necessarily mean that what you're saying can be used as an interjection for what you believe in. That does not mean what you're saying in Christianity and the whole thing with Jesus and all that is connected to Frozen. That doesn't make any sense. So what are you talking about?
What is that but emblematic of the crucifixion? But because
No, that's not what's going on here. Again, you're projecting what you believe what this scene is about, which is not that.
Disney movie, she's dead for like 10 seconds, and then she comes back to life.
No, there's been on multitude of different occasions where characters are dead permanently in Disney film. As morbid as that is,
But the resurrection. But what you'll notice is the way in which she comes back to life. So it begins.
if this doesn't scream confirmed biased, I don't know what does, because again, there's no direct link into any of this whatsoever.
This emanation of heat, which begins in the center of her heart and extends to the rest of her body. And for me, it reminded me of John chapter 9.
Again, what's the connection? Where? 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 Where?
The Gospel of John chapter 19. After Jesus Christ dies, he's pierced in his heart by that lance by that centurion, right? And from his heart flows blood.
Where? 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 Again, where? Where? What's the connection? Tell me.
Symbolic of the Holy Eucharist and the sacrament of baptism, or, generally speaking, the sacraments of the Holy Catholic Church. Visible sign.
Again, there's nothing that screams Catholicism. It's not in the film. There's nothing here about that kind of a thing whatsoever.
Instituted by Christ to convey grace, the primary means by which salvation is brought to the world.
Well, okay, that's where that little clip ends. So, okay, I'm going to right into the next one. Let's just get to the point. I just want to be done with this shit because, oh my god, this is a pain to sit through. And of course, he's trying to connect the Frozen movie into his belief system again. So let's get this over with, shall we? Whatever.
I thought I might do something a little more fun, a little more exciting, to kind of talk about the Christmas season in light of a really famous movie, Walt Disney's Frozen. In case you don't know, Frozen is my favorite movie of all time.
That's perfectly fine. You can have that movie be as your favorite film of all time. There's no shame in that. Fine. I don't care. It's one of my favorite Disney films as well. It's definitely at least one of the top 10 at least. But again, like I said before, Christianity and Christmas, they don't belong. You Christians stole it.
Like top 10, top 5, like number 1 with a bullet. For 2 reasons. First of all, because it's awesome. But secondly, because it's actually...
Yes, I really enjoyed the film as well. It's definitely one of my top 5 favorite films from Disney anyway. That's for sure. I mean, okay. So what? Big deal.
Really beautiful and attractive way to explain salvation history from a Christian perspective. So, just out of curiosity, who's seen Frozen? Actually,
Again, no. You're trying to hammer in the whole Catholic faith in this again. It's conform biased. Again. Ugh.
should be who hasn't seen Frozen? Really? Well, guess what you're doing tonight?
Well, that didn't explain nothing. So that was the end of the third clip. So like I was saying, folks, I pretty much did a compilation here again, of course. But anyway, I don't understand any of this. Why does a film have to be religious, especially a Disney film / Pixar, have to be inspired by the Bible to be good? So is that what you're telling me? It has to have this belief system that you're attached to in order to be a good film. Is that what you're saying? That's coincidental. None of this is clear. This entire thing is incredibly vague. So, I mean, it's snowy, yeah, but it's not a Christmas movie. It technically takes place during the summer, technically. It's just that Elsa had unintentionally made some, I guess, dangerous situations in this. You've seen the movie, you already know what happened there. But I don't know. Okay. Whatever. I'm done. I'm done. Whatever. Thanks for watching, and take care. Until next time, I guess. Whatever. This is so stupid.